Alright. What's going on, everyone at YouTube? This is Very Melon Man, and welcome to part 11 of the Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition Let's Play. Last episode we took care of the first two loyalty missions. One for Miranda and one for Jacob. We got locked those two first, seemed right to do those two first. As you can see from my resources score, I've been doing some plant scanning. I actually cleared out every relevant rich plant from the four clusters we bought from the the Bar Levon Frontiers rep. So we're pretty much good to go here. So let's get these upgrades out the way. First, heavy pistol. Unlocking armor-piercing heavy pistol, which we will buy because we have the palladium for it. No problem. Now all our pistol-using squad mates have not only 10% more overall damage, but they'll deal 50% more damage to armor. Next is... well, we don't really have any choice but to go with submachine gun damage. Extra rounds in the submachine gun isn't necessarily necessary. Armor grades. Maximum metal gel? Okay. Oh, I bought the advanced mineral scanner as well in order to speed up the process of scanning for minerals here. You won't see it because I already purchased it, but that's just the way it is. Finally, we'll get the heavy muscle reeve, because that's pretty much the only other thing we can get.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Morden would like to speak with you over in his tech lab. Jack would like to see you down in her hidey hole on the engineering deck. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Take care.
So let's talk to Morden and then Jack.
Shepard, important news. Know you're busy. Have to deal with the collectors. Planning attack. Too important to wait. Just receiving data. Still processing, analyzing likely scenarios. Not sure how to begin. Too much intel. You remember our talk? My work on genophage modification?
You stopped the Krogan adaptation to the genophage.
Part of a team. Scientists, all different types. Blood pack mercenaries captured former team member. Malin, last seen on Tuchanka, might torture him, make an example. Recovering Malin would be a personal favor to me.
Do you think they found out your team updated the genophage?
Unclear. No way to determine until we get to Tuchanka.
We'll go to Tuchanka and see if we can find your team member.
Appreciate it. My assistant,
It's
my
definitely not-
student want to see him. Safe. Malin last seen outside Erdnot territory. Scouts might have seen Bloodpack. Talk to them or clan chief.
More about
I've got green across the board. The forward tanks are buoyant and elevated.
Are you talking about the Normandy or Miranda?
I'm talking about the one that's covered and protected, not bouncing in the breeze.
I don't know. Operative Lawson's uniform is very official. It always makes me stand at attention.
You're such a dog.
ah, there we go. Anyway, so we'll talk to Jack. We gotta get her. We're actually doing her loyalty mission in this episode.
I got thoughts like little bugs crawling in and out of my head. I can't stop them. You know I have a history with Cerberus. You know how far back it goes?
I'll listen to anything you have to say, Jack.
Your pal, the elusive man? Never seen him before, but Cerberus raised me. First thing I remember is my cell door in a Cerberus base. They did experiments, drugged me, tortured me. Whatever chance I had to be normal, they stole it by trying to turn me into some super biotic. The doctors, the other kids, every one of them hated me. They let me suffer.
What did they hope to gain by torturing a little girl?
It was something about pain breaking down mental barriers and how it might clear the way for a more biotic power. I'm sure there was a payoff due at some point, but I wasn't gonna see it. I was wired up in a cell.
They tortured you just to see if they could make a strong biotic? That's it?
Wasn't in a position to ask, Shepard. All I know is a little girl crying in a cell, begging for the pain to stop.
You love the power they gave you.
They never gave me a choice.
How did you get out of there?
There was some kind of emergency, and I made a break for it. The other kids came out of their cells and attacked me. So did the guards. I just killed everything in my way and ran. Guess my biotics had developed faster than they thought. I managed to get a shuttle off the ground. Drifted until a freighter picked me up. The crew used me, then sold me. That's my uplifting escape story.
There were other children in the base?
I didn't know much about them. I was kept separate. They hated me just like everyone else there. When I broke out, I had to fight through them all. I showed them, but there's a loose end I need to deal with.
The fact that this even is a question is probably the worst thing about the game. Because it just brings up the actual problem with the narrative. No, not it brings up the problem you siding with a known entity from the previous Mass Effect that was nothing but villainous. You could have had pretty much the same plot if Cerberus was replaced by a completely new organization from the Terminus systems exclusively. Not something that was more or less spread out across System Alliance. Having to bend over backwards to justify why Shepard would work with the same people who made Thorian Creepers and experimented with Rachni, and now Jack. The whole different cells thing is just such a silly justification. And it is very Mac Walters, I will have to say. It's very Mac Walters.
You're absolutely certain that Cerberus was running the facility?
I was a kid, but I wasn't dumb. I know how to listen. It was Cerberus. Don't care how far down the chain it was. They thought they were so clever. Turns out, mess with someone's head enough and you can turn a scared kid into an all-powerful bitch. Fucking idiots.
I'm gonna talk to the elusive man, and he'd better have some answers.
He'll just deny everything. That's not what I'm after anyway. I found the coordinates in your files. I want to go to the Telton facility on Pragia where they tortured and drugged me. I want to go to the center of the place, my cell. I want to deploy a big fucking bomb, and I want to watch from orbit when it goes.
Attacking our allies is gonna derail our mission.
Oh boy.
Not a smart move.
The files say it was shut down after my escape. It's been abandoned for years.
Oh,
Are you
Jesus
going to
Christ.
care if I blow up a garbage dump?
I mean, agreeing with the elusive man for the sake of the mission is one thing, but justifying this at all is just... Why now? Why are you helping Miranda and Jacob with their daddy issues? It doesn't matter why now. Let's do it.
I'll set a course for Pragia.
I owe you, Shepard.
Alright, normally make a whole show about bringing the right person for the job, but there's really only one person that needs to be brought to the table here. Okay. Guess I'll go with Overlord. Why not? Slam. Biotica lifts the target and slams to the ground for the master damage. Slam is the only other power in the game besides... Well, Slam is another power in the game besides Pull that can set off a warp bomb if you're fast enough. But it's also one of those powers, one of the few powers in the game that you only need to put 1 point into to get everything you need out of it. Like, increasing it doesn't improve the recharge time, just the lift duration, and you're never going to use this ability to deal serious damage, just cripple people. We're gonna keep Jack as it here. Alright, so... artifacts. Yeah, everyone... Okay, so it's good that we upgrade the hand cannon, the pistols, for bonus armor damage, because everyone's going to be having armor problems here. Black Storm, missile launcher... You know what? Let's go with the... let's try the Black Storm at once. Sure.
I hate this place. See the landing pad? Has to be on the roof, or the vegetation would overgrow it in a few hours.
Shepard, I am picking up thermal signatures everywhere, except at your landing zone.
Something's distorting the sensors.
This was a secret Cerberus facility.
Yeah. They build their equipment to last. Assholes. It was a mistake coming back here, Shepard.
You want me to come here, Jack. We're not backing out.
When we start a mission, we finish it.
Yeah, okay. Let's get on the ground.
I understand why Jack is... Like, it's one thing to be determined when you're talking about something, but when you're actually doing it, we actually back the place with some of your worst memories, it's really not pleasant as an experience. So there's not a whole lot of reason for you to be, like, as gung-ho as you used to be. Alright then. So, alright. Deck armor up.
Get in there and plant the bomb in myself. I want to watch this place burn.
I have absolutely no problems with that.
I saw this room. I think they brought new kids in these containers. They were messed up and starving, but alive.
There's a, like, when I was 2009, me didn't have the ability to appreciate how dark and grim and at some points tasteless the subject matter was, but when you get right down to it, the simple fact that this mission kept talking about child torture and experimentation, it's just... like, years of either reading or watching other material that's more or less just as grim and unpleasant to consider. It's really security console.
Requested operation logs again. He's getting suspicious. We get results.
Oh, hey, he's wearing Mass Effect 1 styled armor.
But if he knew, he won't find out. The elusive man requested operation logs again.
Sounds like this facility went rogue.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? He didn't say what they were hiding from the elusive man.
That's the reason I had to bring Miranda. It's just like,
I remember us speaking.
jeez.
Fighting here. I saw sunlight through the cracks in the ceiling. Only a half-dead guard between me and freedom. He was begging for his life.
Character, character, character. You know, Jack and Miranda really are two sides of the opposite coin. Miranda's loyalty to the service is more or less due to happenstance and getting a better deal than what she was getting in the first place. But if she was in Pragia, like, she believes that the Elusive Man and Cerberus were better than her father at the time, which is why she was okay with joining them. But if she was in this place, if she knew, if she replaced her dad with Pragia,
Been spotted.
There we go.
we would get a very different Miranda. Did that variant just disappear, despawn? Some of the variant did despawn, so it's a little bit disconcerting to see.
This looks like an arena.
That's right. They used to stage fights here. Pit me against other kids. I loved it. Out of my cell.
What were they studying?
Hell if I know. Maybe that's how they got their kicks. I never understood anything that happened here.
You were a kid, that's completely understandable.
How often did they do this?
I was in a cell my whole life. Sometimes they took me out and made me fight. Filled me with drugs, other stuff. Time gets funny in a cell.
Yeah, these questions are kinda... Oh, wow. The remaster made your scarring very apparent now. I can see why... Like, oh god. Your tattoos blend in with your scars very well on the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of the game because the graphics weren't this detailed. But seeing Jack from behind like this really makes it very clear just how physically messed up she is. Like, the tattoos are very clearly a way to make yourself look like the tough, take no BS girl that a lot of people sometimes write her off as, but...
Did other children die in these fights?
I was a kid, filled with drugs. I got shocked when I hesitated. Narcotics flooded my veins when I attacked.
What the hell was wrong with those people?
I don't know. Doesn't matter now.
Let's keep moving.
Hell yes.
That's the Renegade response, basically. So even Renegade Shepard's like, why are you experimenting on children and forcing them to fight by dragging them up? I might need to do some dirty business to get the job done, but involving children in any way is a line I can't cross.
Security Officer Zimkel, Telton facility. The subjects are out of their cells. They're tearing the place up. Subject Zero is going to get loose. I need permission to terminate. I repeat, permission to terminate.
All subjects besides Zero are expendable. Keep Jack alive.
Understood. I'll begin the...
That's not right. I broke out when my guards disappeared. I started that riot.
There's gotta be more to it.
Things might have happened that you didn't see.
The other kids attacked me, the guards attacked me, the automated systems attacked me. That doesn't leave lots of room for interpretation.
Like... more...
This place is supposed to be empty. Who the fuck shot that Baron? It's a fresh kill.
Alright, from what I remember, this mission's got blood pack in it, for the most part. which is why carrying anti-armor properties is for the best. It's kind of random to find blood pack here, but okay. Of course, we get Ezo in the place that's meant to experiment on biotics. Yeesh. Oh god, the water springing up from the floor. That's also a new detail I could never appreciate in the PS3 version. It was just... maybe you could hear it, but see it like that. And the rain's even clearer than before, too. Alright. Yeah. My warp bomb takes too long to come out, basically. Alright.
Why'd they need a morgue? This was a small facility.
A lot of children died here. Even then, they were part of the experiment.
Bullshit. I had the worst of it, and I made it out alive.
If you brought Kasumi and Zaeed here, they have the, like, okay, Miranda, Jacob, several of the characters, several of the voice actors in the original base game had to have the same lines to respond to missions like this, because they need to be generic enough that no one necessarily sounded out of place when responding to Jack. But the Kasumi and Zaeed are genuinely the most emotional party members to bring to missions like Pragya, because they're DLC characters, so the writers had time to adjust their dialogue for a better response going on here. Kasumi especially sounds really like she sounds like she's going to cry every time we talk to her about this place. And Zaeed, well, every time we brought Zaeed to a place, we already heard how humane he sounds, surprisingly, given his backstory. Oh god. Alright. And... like, god. I don't know if Kasumi or Zaeed's reactions to this place break my heart more. Because it's like, they're such visceral reactions compared to everyone else's canned responses. I think the biggest question is that I missed something back there. No, this is way in. Okay. And you can't get back there on purpose because it's just a place for enemies to spawn.
Strange to be back here. I feel like I'm pissed off. I'm a dangerous bitch, but then I'm a little girl again. Shit. It's complicated. Let's just go plant that bomb.
All victims have complicated feelings, I imagined. Like, overcoming your past involves acknowledging that it's a past to overcome. But yeah, blood pack. So, the most surprising thing about this whole... well, okay, blood pack having... blood pack having, Blood Pack would probably be... It was going to be Blood Pack or Eclipse. I would assume would have want the most to do with Pragia, because biotic research could help the Krogan and the Asari. Right. Children holding cells. So it's not the same thing as saying, oh hey, let's experiment on kids. Jesus Christ. Oh man. Oh, I don't even want to think about that. Oh boy. Some places are just God. Oh boy. The game giving you these Cerberus is still evil missions in a game that expects you to want to trust Cerberus is kind of weird. You'd think they just ease up on the stuff they want to convince you that it's different.
My cell is on the other side. I could see all the other kids out here. I screamed at them for hours, and they always ignored me.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Security console.
I must have come through here when I broke out, but I don't remember it. This is a bad place.
Jack. Yeah, like, I am so much more capable of appreciating how terrifying this place is now. It's... Compared to when I was a teenager, it's honestly a really difficult mission to play through. Like, you're going through these games, ha ha ha, funny, Empire Strikes Back at the trilogy, but no, this is way darker than anything the Empire Strikes Back ever did. This is way darker. But it's also that, is it in good taste concept I keep coming back to as well, because this is a 2009 game, so...
This is valuable.
What's up with shock damage? Where is it? Biotic damage. I haven't actually been using the Black Storm, now I think about it, so...
Entry 1054, Telton Facility. The latest iteration of Pergnim went poorly. Subjects 1, 4, and 6 died. No biotic change among the survivors. We lowered core temperatures of surviving subjects, but no biotically beneficial reactions occurred. As a side effect, all subjects died. So we'll not try that on Zero. I hope our supply of biotic potential subjects holds up. We are going through them fast.
This is bullshit. They weren't experimenting on the other children for my safety.
You can't help what they did to others.
You don't get it, Shepard. I survived this place because I was tougher than the rest. That's who I am.
You move on, harder and tougher.
It's all fallen to pieces. The subjects are rampaging and Zero is loose. We're shutting Telton down. What a disaster. We'll infiltrate and piggyback onto the Alliance's Ascension program. Hopefully, that will give... What? Zero, wait!
Shepard, they started up somewhere else.
Ascension is an Alliance program. It's a school for biotic kids. They don't torture children there.
A lot of this isn't the way I remember it.
You couldn't have known.
Maybe. We're getting close to my cell. The place I came from.
Like... Jack... We keep establishing that it's not your fault if you aren't exactly completely in the up and up about the past here. Blood Pack du jour. Oh, guys, that Krogan Rage armor. I like the fact that the old armor designs from 1 are still being reused. It's just that it's kind of a shame because if this were a Mass Effect 1, we would have no real chance against him because armor stats.
Put him down. But I'm coming in there and we're gonna talk salvage.
What are you doing here?
First we're gonna kill you. Then we'll see. Kill them on my own. I want them dead.
Here we go, kid.
Overrun. I'll kill them myself.
Down you go! Incoming! Kurgan charging!
Taking fire.
Only room left is my old cell. Whoever Aresh is, he's in there. I want to plant the bomb there anyway. Might as well do it on his corpse.
Exactly. I really. Right. I really. Alright. Nah, it's not dark, it's just
Come out. We know you're here.
Who are you?
My name is Aresh, and you're breaking into my home. I know you, Subject Zero. So many years have passed, and I thought I was the only survivor.
My name is Jack. How the hell do you know me?
We all knew your face, Jack. They inflicted horrors on us so their experiments wouldn't kill you. You were the question, and I'm still looking for the answer.
Looks like you're not the only one pulled back here, Jack.
Yeah, this is about the past and all that stuff.
But a place like this, it doesn't forget you. It follows you. I hired these mercs and came back almost a solar year ago. We're rebuilding it piece by piece. I'm gonna find out what they knew. How to unlock true biotic potential in humans. I'm restarting the Telton facility. It will be beautiful.
I wanted a hole in the ground. He's trying to justify what happened by using it?
You'd do the same thing to new kids? Wasn't this forced on you?
Some were bought from poor families on Earth or kidnapped from colonies. Most ended up here the way I did. Batarian pirates. They did such horrible things to us. They must have had good reasons.
There's no reason good enough. Are you nuts? You lived it.
This place was like a prison. How did you get out?
We all attacked at once as they were taking us to the lab. They would have put us down. But then Jack got loose. When I came to, it was over. The guards, the scientists, and the kids were all dead. And you were gone.
I stopped it. All of it. Maybe the others did have it bad, but what you're doing is just messed.
Everything we went through must have been worth something.
We can blow up the place, but that's
He's trying to find meaning in his pain.
another you.
It's a way some victims cope with what happened to them, yes. So basically, Aresh is the shadow of Jack, who she could have been.
Jack, he's trapped in his past. You need to move on from yours.
He wants to restart this place. He needs to die.
He's crazy, and he's never going to restart this facility. You have to let... Your past doesn't have to control you.
Random dialogue skip that wasn't my fault.
Fuck! Get out of here. Go! He's not worth chasing. None of it is.
You did the right thing, Jack.
Maybe. This room was my whole childhood. Give me a minute to look around.
Go ahead.
Nothing's changed, but it's all different. Sometimes I dream that I'm back in this bed being tortured. I used to tie the sheets around my wrists and try to rip them off. I want to stop coming back here. I thought that room out there was the rest of the world. I'd pound and yell. Never did any good. I used this table for everything. It was like my best friend. I'd crawl under it to cry. I was pathetic.
Jeez. It's... I mean, we older, you actually begin to understand why some people think Jack's a little much, but at the same time, it's like... Oh, man.
See the scarring on the wall here? That's where I killed my first man. One of the guards tried to stop me. Instead, I stopped him. Okay, no more wallowing. Let's blow this place to hell.
Okay. I think that's... You know what? He's a... I could... Yeah. What? Oh. Okie dokie. Facility in progress confirmed destroyed. Concerned that previous crew failed to store records. Surviving facility scientists already dead, either from uprising or after facility shutdown. Jack should have no further emotional issues distracting from this mission. We have the warp ammo power, which is what I really wanted from this, at least for now. Catharsis. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I'll deal with it.
Take pictures.
Touch me and I will smear the walls with you, bitch!
Enough! Stand down, both of you.
The cheerleader won't admit what Cerberus did to me was wrong.
It wasn't Cerberus. Not really. But clearly you were a mistake.
Screw you! You've got no idea what they put me through. Maybe it's time I showed you.
Yeah, Miranda and Jack are literally, what if Pragya made Miranda and what if Miranda's father made Jack? They both basically can't stand each other because of their biases against what they went through and how they were able to get away from it. It makes them both very interesting together. Separately, I could see some people liking Miranda or Jack, but together the two are much stronger and make their point much better.
Our mission is too important to let personal feelings get in the way.
Fuck your feelings. I just want her dead.
You both know what we're up against. Save your anger for the collectors.
I can put aside my differences until the mission's over.
Sure, I'll do my part. I'd hate to see her die before I get a chance to fillet her myself.
You two gonna be okay?
It's a good thing you came by when you did. As long as she does her job, we'll be fine. Thanks, Shepard.
Okay, let's go change up Jack's attire.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Elizabeth Bainheim, Ilium, thank you, and Leslie. Other doctor knows Jacob. Okay, yeah, the victims from Jacob's horrible father are healing. Team status. And Jack's loyalty outfit is putting on this shirt.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Grunt seems very anxious, pacing down in the cargo hold. You might want to check in on him. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Take care.
%20 buyout cooldown. Thank you. Alright then. Subject 0 buyout boost to boost Jack's buyout damage by 20%. Sure, why not? Yeah, each squad mate gets squad specific upgrades you can choose to choose to indulge in or invest your time in. But what we're actually here to do is change my bonus power from flashbang grenades, which I don't particularly care for, to warp ammo. I'm also going to retrain our powers. So let's get tech armor, assault armor, defender, 2 guardian, and warp ammo to 3. So that we can just focus on that for the time being. Now we're going to go...
Seems very agitated.
Grunt will have to stay agitated because I got places to be. We got time enough for one more mission, and that's going to be Zaeed, the Price of Revenge. Oh, okay. Nothing new to say? That's fine. Need to have my debrief with Jack, then we can go on with helping Zaeed.
I needed to wipe that place off the map. You took me there to do it, and I owe you. You don't know what it's like, Shepard, to have garbage like that following you. It marks you in ways you don't expect.
I've made a lot of hard choices, Jack.
Like Vermeer.
Hard to walk away from it. You'd think it would get easier now that the place is a crater. But what else do I know?
I never thought I'd see you show mercy, but you let a wretch live.
He was trapped in the past, reliving it every day. You showed how that could be me. I'm not getting stuck like that. I'm better than him, and I'm sure as hell not carrying that crater around with me.
Do you think you're different now?
I know that place is gone. But I still kind of want to kill every person I see. No offense.
You sure about this? I want to do whatever I can to get your head on straight.
Don't get all therapist on me, Shepard. You're not the couch type. I hate that stuff anyway. Bullshit, prison, psych. You did me a favor, and that's enough. More than I expected. I'll keep it together.
Alright then, Jacob. Okay, Zaeed's mission is probably one of the shorter loyalty missions, retrospectively. Grant will have to wait for the next episode. Right now, we're going to Zarya, dealing with the leader of the Blue Suns personally. We just got Jack, but for this mission, somebody can strip shields is a lot better. We're not gonna go into you for a while. Alright. Arc projector. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with... Yeah, I'm gonna keep the machine pistol up.
Change weapon.
Tapping into Blue Sun's communications. Stay tight and look out for ambushes.
Okay. Zaeed, you're gonna give everyone else squad disruptor ammo. While I put on... warp ammo, which does increase damage against health, armor, and biot barriers.
Squad Bravo, a shuttle landed near your location. Check it out.
Here we go. Keep close. Shot in the back and left to rot. That's definitely Vito's style.
Oh god. Those Pyjacks. Those monkeys. They're not here. Basically, the idea is that while warp ammo does cover all their... Oh, you can actually shoot them. That's awesome. Warp ammo is basically going to give you higher weapon damage, which is the one thing the Sentinel really lacks in terms of versatility.
Vito. Sounds like he hasn't changed.
I get the feeling you have a past with this Vito.
I knew he was a sadistic bastard back when we started the Blue Suns. The Suns only got meaner after he staged his little coup 20 years ago. So yeah, we have a past.
And now we get Zaeed's actual backstory.
Because it's not common knowledge. Vito wiped me out of the records. He ran the books, I led the men. Worked real well for a while. Then Vito decided to start hiring Batarians. Cheaper labor, he said. Goddamn terrorists, I said.
Yeah, I can understand humans having problems with Batarians like that.
A grudge. Vito turned my men against me. He paid 6 of them to restrain me while he put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger. For 20 years, I've seen that bastard.
Yes, it's possible for someone to survive a headshot from a gun like that.
Every time I heard a gunshot.
Fatal headshot injuries are due to something besides.
You survived a gunshot to the head?
Yeah. And you survived your ship getting disintegrated. A stubborn enough person can survive just about anything. Rage is a hell of an anesthetic.
We'd better get moving.
And of course, none of your squad mates are going to talk on this DLC mission because it would be too expensive to bring everyone back just to comment on this. It's actually really convenient that I can do Zaeed's mission in the same video as Jack's, because... Alright, this weapon's already using this ammo. That's cool. That's good. Like, both Jack and Zaeed have skeletons in their past that they are going to need some physical help overcoming. Both of them are held back by rage and inability to see the bigger picture unless someone can guide their hand. And they need Shepard to guide them on the right path.
Zaeed Masani, you finally tracked me down. Vito.
That's Richard Green, not Steve Bloom, in case you think it sounds too similar.
To kill or be killed on my command. Actually, take your shot. Give my men a reason to put you down like the mad dog you are. Again.
I really don't care. Not seriously. No, I don't care.
What was that? Gone nearsighted, old friend.
Burn, you son of a bitch.
But beyond that,
You just signed your death warrant, Masani.
The fact that the Blue Suns... Okay, like, the Blue Suns are basically a big enough threat with enough resources. They own a planet, basically. They have an entire planet to operate their merc base from. It's just...
Opening the gate.
These guys are probably the main villain.
We're here to free these people. Why the hell would you blow up the refinery?
I came here to kill Vito Santiago. If you want my help on your mission, you better make damn sure that man dies today.
Stick to the mission, Zaeed, or we're gonna have a problem.
I think maybe we already do. I want Vito dead, Shepard, whatever the cost.
Oh god, yeah, look at this. You see what I mean? This is what I was just talking about. Alright.
Help! We're trapped! We can't get to the gas valves to shut them off! The whole place is gonna blow!
No time. Vito's probably halfway to the shuttle docks by now.
I already know this is not acceptable, so...
Vito's wounded. How fast could he be?
Vito's smart. We stopped to help these people, and he'll use this time to get away. And if he gets away, I'm blaming you.
I do actually like
We're here to free these people. We're going in.
If I can't make you loyal, I'll just have someone else cover you in the suicide mission.
It's a mistake. If we're gonna do this, we'd better get to it. You got it.
Alright. Okay. Let's save the oil refinery people, because we are good people, Zaeed. We're trying to be big goddamn heroes, remember? That means putting aside revenge for the greater good. The oil refinery blowing up. This is basically Zaeed pulling a Saren, now I think about it. Like, Saren did the same thing in the Mass Effect Ascension novel. That Anderson told us about in the first game, as distraction. So it's pretty telling that if Shepard decides to agree with Zaeed here, he's ultimately becoming more and more like Saren as the game goes on. A renegade Shepard who agrees with Zaeed here is more or less exactly like Saren. Okay, there's one door. Oh god. Yeah, we're trying to help you out there. And if you decide to let your Renegade score overcome your Paragon score, you more or less do become exactly like Sarah in terms of appearance. Which is probably the most interesting way to interpret the Renegade score ever.
This should come in handy.
Heavy weapon ammo research, fire extinguishers. Alright. I said one rescued. Oh yeah, the DLC missions all have... Yeah, no problem. Get out of here, guys. Get to safety. That there's the objective. Okay. I have to get my bearings here because for a short mission, it's surprisingly big.
Now what's this?
And we got a new weapon, the Firestorm. You cannot put ammo powers on heavy weapons, unfortunately. But God, it feels good. Oh, okay. Anything I forgot here? Salvage some servos. You have the weapon lockout to choose from if you don't like this heavy weapon. 6,000 credits to get money from this place. Alright. Alright then. So let's try out the Firestorm. Because it's literally a flamethrower, you have to get up close and personal to get the most out of it, which means that... Which means that, Oh, it's another 6,000 credits. Alright. Another 6,000 credits. I forgot how much money you can get from this place. Yeah, we already did that, Zaeed. Oh boy, Miranda. Okay. Oh, you. Okay. Alright. I mean, there's no reason not to use Metagel, because it's just not that big of a deal. Otherwise. So I guess these rooms are just to hide from the fire on Insanity. But yeah, we don't really need to bother with it. Just get past the heavy mech, and we're home free. If you took the Renegade path, you'd obviously be able to catch up to Vito, but that's about it.
You just cost me 20 years of my life. Ah, son of a bitch! Oh.
You started this fire, Zaeed. It makes sense that you'll burn in it.
Yeah? Screw you. Now come on, get me out of this shithole.
You get the Paragon option to leave him.
You put your revenge ahead of the mission. How can I trust that you'll be there when we need you?
I'll do what I was goddamn paid to do, Shepard. Just don't expect any more than that. Now stop screwing around. Let's go.
Paragon charm.
You put your own goals ahead of the mission. That's not the way this works.
I've survived this long watching my own back.
Revenge trophy.
Don't worry about anyone else.
You're part of a team now, Zaeed. There's no way we can do this unless we're all working together.
You have a point.
We all have to overcome our need for vengeance.
but I can put that behind me long enough to...
We all have to do it. We all have to become something better. Greater.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Jesus Christ. Sure, but fun. Which I'm grateful for. Alright. And the fell Ashland refinery in Zoria has been liberated, though the company will have to spend millions to rebuild. Although Vito Santiago escaped, Zaeed accepted Shepard's command and appears focused on the mission. We did not level up this time. Zaeed's Veron grenade is okay. Whatever. Alright. We're good to go. Zaeed does not have extensive ship dialogue, so we don't need to actually talk about whether or not we actually need to do it specifically.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Pragya, right. Per report, okay. Per Luzman's instructions, believe you want to know that he had orders to reduce project shut down before the riot broke out. Service personnel arrived to find the guards dead, along with no subjects, and he's having children retrieved for injuries, given mod and knit treatments, and delivered to Alliance facilities. Survivors of slavery attacks. A few sergeant doctors were forcibly retired for the Rona project. Alright, well, he does have a heart somewhere.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Garrus received some news that put fire in his eyes. Maybe you should
Ah,
down in the main
here we
lab.
go.
Grunt seems very angry. Anything else, Commander?
That's
That'll
it.
be all.
Here if you need anything.
And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Remember, the price of revenge is always high. So, become better than vengeance.